Alright, so you read the title of the video. Advice from a senior in high school, bro. Basically, this video, I'm just gonna be talking about some things that I wished, or things that I've learned from like my life and my journey as a young man, going through high school, and things that I've learned, what's this word called? I've had to learn the hard way. So basically in this video, it's just to help out some fellow guys. I don't make money off of this, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. So number one is, I see a lot of people who procrastinate on this, and basically it's the fact that people procrastinate on finding their purpose / what they want to do in their life, their career path. And honestly, just sit down and journal about it, what you're good at, what you like to do, and don't care about the money that much. Like, money is an important thing, to provide for your family, but at the same time, if you're like doing it all for the money and you're not like doing what you love doing, you're just doing it for the money, what's gonna end up happening is that your life will not be fulfilling. Your purpose, like, not like your full life purpose, but like the thing that you're gonna do, like career path, if you feel like it's not fulfilling, it's not sustainable, then you're just gonna live a miserable life. And why would you set your future self up for that just for money? I'm telling you, but the money ain't worth it, because there's only a certain amount of things that the world can buy, and to the point where you have so much money and it's like really no point in getting much more. See what I'm trying to say? So sit down. That's number one. Sit down and find your career path, bro. Like, people procrastinate on this, and like I asked them, oh, do you know what you want to do when you get out? I asked some younger people, do you want to know? And like, they don't really know what they want to become, right? They said they're still thinking about it. Like, you should already have that once you're a teenager. Like, you should already have that passion. And you need to separate as well the thing of passion and career, because you may have a passion for something you love, but you can't really make a career out of it. It's like really not gonna work out for you. So that's just like the first thing that I do, or first thing I tell a young person to do, is like, think about your career path, what you're gonna do with your life after you leave high school, bro, because that's what you're gonna set your life up for. For example, if you want to be like professional soccer player, but then get to training, but you need to put in a lot of hours. You can't be working a job, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that, because other people are gonna be doing what you do but 10 times harder, because the competition's hard. And you gotta be like real with yourself. Like, I wanted to be a UFC fighter, but I just sat down and journaled, and I'm just like, that's not what I want to do with my life. Like, why would I really want to hurt people? You could call me a pussy for not fulfilling my dreams, oh, this and that, but at the end of the day, bro, that's not what I want to die. I want to die like at least getting some good deeds from saving some people, helping some old people with emergencies, this and that. It's firefighting is a really fulfilling life for me, and I chose that over becoming a UFC fighter, because I believe just for entertainment, it's not really worth it, bro. That's not really the life I want to live. But like I said, you gotta separate passion from your career, bro, because I love MMA, right? I love fighting, I study fighting, I train, but do you really want to do that as a career? Nah, because one, does it like line up with who you are, morals and values? And number two, like, what does it provide for like whole as a society? If like all of us were MMA fighters, it's not really gonna be beneficial to anyone, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's number one. Number two is, get comfortable with, how should I say this? Get comfortable with like real life things. And what I mean by this is, like, before, back then, I used to run away from it, right? I used to run away from it, and I would say like, oh, I'm more productive if I don't do this or do that. And what I'm talking about right now is a job. Basically, I used to run away from working a job because, I didn't want to put myself in that position of where somebody has an authority over me or a place of vulnerability, and I just didn't want to put myself in that. And basically, make sure you get it done. And that something that goes along with that is driving school, bro. Driving school, getting your permit, getting your license, bro. This is something that you need to do as young as possible, like as soon as possible, as soon as you can, bro. Because at the end of the day, I procrastinated a lot on it, and what ended up happening was, I relied on other people to drive me places that I needed to go instead of relying on myself. And as a young man, you should like get used to that already of, feeling, having that control over your life, having that control over what you do or where you go, it's just like a good feeling. And then when you make that money, and something that also goes along with this tip is using your money wisely, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, when I first worked in, my first job, I spent most of my money on some random things to please people. And there's a quote from Fight Club that I would just like to add for this point, and it's, we work jobs we hate to buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. And that quote cannot get any more true, bro, because that's reality. We work so we can impress people with things that we don't even like to people we don't even like. And at the end of the day, just walk in life with you and, what you believe in, who you are. And if nobody aligns with it, it's fine, because life ain't gotta be all about fitting in, about being the same as another person or being liked by another person. That's not what life is. Life is for you to live it to the fullest possible you can be, right? So if you want to live your life fullest to become a degenerate, and go on ahead, bro. I'm not someone who can stop you, bro. And the next point is find God, bro. You need to find God. I'm Muslim myself, bro. You need to find God because you cannot find that inner peace that every strong person, every strong man had. Every strong man had a God. Albert Einstein was Jewish, bro. All the philosophers, great philosophers, they believed in God. You think about King Baldwin, he believed in God. You think of Salahuddin, he believed in God. You think about Alexander the Great, he believed in God. All of the great warriors believed in God. Because if you do not have faith, if you just walk around life without atheist, without believing in something, you walk around in life without confidence. If you think about World War II, guys, the Americans, the devoted Christians, who believed that they were fighting for something, who believed they were doing something for a reason. They believed that they were doing it for God. And when you just have that in life, nothing else can give you that. When you think about it, if you created something and your creation doesn't try to get a hold of you, it's gonna be astray. For example, if I were to make this chair right here, and I don't have a connection with this chair, I don't advertise it, I don't market it, I don't know if this is a good example, but it's gonna be nothing. I created it for nothing. I don't know if that was a good example, but yeah. You only find a true feeling, a true sense of peace, tranquility through God, bro. Atheists will argue with this, but the only way to find out is to go 100% into a religion and find out yourself. And the last and final one is to learn how to fight, bro. Now think about this, bro. Uncomfortable positions. There is no more uncomfortable position than you getting beaten up or you getting your life trying to get taken away. And the closest thing to that is martial arts, bro. Martial arts, you feel like you're fighting for your life in each round you do. Jiu-jitsu, in sparring, kickboxing, whatever it may be, right? When you do a combat sport, when you fight, right, your mind kind of turns on to where you have this instinct to survive, to live. And basically, when you don't have that, you're not gonna get it from anywhere else. You know, like when I was talking about God, that was like a spiritual clarity. But here, I'm talking about a mental clarity, a physical clarity, bro. Nothing else can give it. And you know, let's bring it back to my old self, bro. You know, before I used to have like social anxiety, bro, because I felt like people were talking about me. I had a breakdown at McDonald's with my family, bro, because I went to McDonald's and I felt like a couple of kids were talking bad about me, and then I broke down there and I cried. I thought they were talking about me. But if you add an interesting twist into that story, imagine that I went to martial arts training, right? I got punched in the face, I'm fighting, I'm getting tapped out, I keep losing and losing and losing. My scale of uncomfortability, my scale of pressure is through the charts. I know what number 10 feels like. Number 10 is like fighting for your life, right? The sense of uncomfortability. I know what number 10 feels like. So when I walk into that, like McDonald's, right? I wouldn't have that same feeling, because so what if these people are talking about me, bro? Because at the end of the day, if you felt pressure, if you felt that uncomfortability much more higher than what is currently happening, then you won't be affected by it, right? If you put yourself here, a quote from David Goggins is, the only way or the best way to deal with pain you can't control, uncontrollable pain, is to go through controllable pain. Because if you train yourself as a man, right, you need to be able to make decisions, you need to have problem solving. If you do not have these things which martial arts teach you, then you're gonna be a step behind from the other men, right? I'm not saying this like in a competition way. It's just you're gonna be like before them, like you're gonna be a lesser man than what the average is, right? If you, just like the other one, believing in God, every society, every great man, they believed in God, and every great man did martial arts. They wrestled. Think about the Stoics. They wrestled. They boxed. They did pancration. Think about Hercules. He wrestled. All great men did some form of martial art, some sort of fighting, because at the end of the day, the man needs to protect and provide. No matter what other people may say, these are the two main tasks. Because if a man can't either protect or provide, then I'm sorry to say this, bro, but like, what is a man for? Like biologically, like, I'm not saying spiritually, but the purpose of a man is to protect and provide and reproduce. It's literally the three main biological ways. And yeah, live life, keep your head up high, stand up for me, and improve your life. Be the best possible man you can be, bro. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.